Hello. So that new Avengers movie comes out in like a month, about a month before Infinity War came out. I did a video where I made a bingo sheet of predictions of what I thought were going to happen. So I'm doing the same, and hopefully I can do a lot better this time, because I got like 7 of them right last time. But we really don't know anything about this film, so I'm kind of going off the trailers a little bit, but mainly just like stuff that I think will carry over from other movies perhaps. But yeah, let's get into it. 25 things, here we go. Number 1, Pepper is going to be pregnant. Quite near the start of Infinity War, there's like a conversation between her and Tony, and Tony's like, I think we should have a kid. And Pepper's like, whoa, I don't know about that, Tony Stark. And then the plot happens, and Pepper's not in the rest of the film. Because of that, I'm kind of predicting that Pepper's going to be pregnant, and then even if like Tony dies or something, you'll be like, oh, she's having a baby. Number 2, they're going to reference the fact that people want Ant-Man to climb up Thanos' bum and expand. It'll be like a goofy Ant-Man joke. They'll be like, well, how do we stop Thanos? He's this big man who just destroyed the world. And then Ant-Man will be like, hey, I'm a little man, I could climb up him and explode. And they'll all be like, no. Because it's quite a big thing that's going around, everyone loves joking about it. They'll put it in the movie to like, hey, we're hip and with it. We know what's going on the World Wide Web. Number 3, they're going to put all the female characters in a scene together, and they're just going to, that's going to be it. So Captain Marvel's going to be there, Scarlett Johansson's going to be there, Valkyrie will be there, Danai Gurira's going to be there. It's all the ladies. Wow, they're all in one scene. And then all the audience goes, wow, there really aren't a lot of female characters, are there? Number 4, Thanos knows he's an idiot. He's going to realise the error of his ways. And he's going to be like, wow, that was a really stupid thing I did, wasn't it? I don't think this is like extremely likely, but in the original like Infinity War comic book, I think Thanos like loses the gauntlet and then he helps everyone else. And I'm not sure that's going to happen like that in this one, because Thanos is so irredeemably evil. Whatever, it might happen. Number 5, it's going to be super weird having Nebula just be like part of the crew. So Nebula was a villain in the first Guardians movie. She only just kind of joins the good guys at the end of Guardians 2. I think they might just ignore all that and just be like, Nebula's here and she's up to help. She does hate Thanos a lot. She'll want to like avenge Gamora because they recently put aside their differences. By recently, I mean like 2 years ago in Guardians 2. It's still my favourite Marvel movie. I don't care. If she is true to her character, it's going to be very weird. I think they might just ignore it for convenience. Number 6, it's going to be the exact same with Rocket. It's going to be super weird just having Rocket be there. And I think to avoid this, they might just have him not do a lot. Rocket won't be the same anymore. He's not going to be joking about because all his friends are dead. And it's horrible. Having the anthropomorphic raccoon just join all the Avengers, who are all humans, is going to be super weird, and I don't think they're going to do that much with it. It's like he came to the party with his friends, and he was like, oh, well, I don't really know anyone here, but then I can hang out with my friends all the time. But then his friends left. They just friggin' died, and now he's just kind of here on his own, awkwardly tagging along with everyone. Like, he met Thor like a day ago, and now he's the only person he knows. Number 7, it's time travel. They're all gonna time travel. This has been kind of the theory for a while. There were some like photos of them re-recording the New York fight scene from the first Avengers. That, combined with the fact that like the whole point of Ant-Man and the Wasp was that there was like this quantum portal thing that everyone wanted to get. that scene in the trailer where they've all got matching outfits on and it looks really stupid and they're all walking in a line. They're all going into the quantum realm to try and go back in time. And that's their plan. They're going to go back in time to before Thanos murdered everyone. I think. Number 8. There's going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy-esque music scene. I guessed this last time as well, and it did happen. I think it's less likely this time, because there is one Guardian of the Galaxy left. But I think they might do it, and it might just be really sad. Like, Rocket is sat, like, tinkering with something, and he's listening to music, and it's, like, one of the songs from the first Guardians movie or something, and then he's just crying. And we just have to watch this CGI raccoon cry, and it's going to be the saddest thing in the entire movie. Have I made it really clear that I only care about Guardians of the Galaxy? Those are the only ones I want to see. I'm so excited that they've re-hired James Gunn for Guardians 3. That's all I care about. I don't want Endgame. Give me Guardians 3. Number 9. There's going to be some kind of reference to the fact that Captain America and Captain Marvel are both captains. Like, at one point in the film, someone's going to go, Captain, and then they're both going to go, yeah? And then the audience goes, ha! They're both called Captain. And that's the whole joke. They're also going to have to set up at some point that Captain Marvel is actually called Captain Marvel, because they did not do that in Captain Marvel. Number 10, the Korg. Korg's in the film. He's going to be, everyone loves him, he's made of rocks. He's going to be here to tell some jokes. I don't know, I think it would be fun if he turns up with the space characters. Like, all the space characters who didn't turn up in the last movie. Get them all together, they all turn up at the same time. It's Korg, it's Valkyrie, it's Kraglin from Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe Sylvester Stallone will be here. Wouldn't that be fun? Bring back all the weirdos from Guardians. That's all I want. Number 11. The cat from Captain Marvel is going to turn up. The cat would now be very old, but then they did reveal that it wasn't a cat. I think the cat's going to come back just because the cat's really cute. And it would be nice to have a cat in the film. Number 12. No Wakanda. They're not going to Wakanda this movie because they killed all the characters. Black Panther died and Shuri died. Okoye is still alive, but I think before the movie starts, all of the characters that we know will have just all gone to, like, the Avengers headquarters. And that'll be where we start the film. And we won't go back to Wakanda. I think the only way we'll get back there is if all the characters come back to life, and then we have a nice montage at the end of the film of everywhere doing really well, and they're like, oh, everyone's back alive. Great. Number 13. It's the middle one, the free space. They're gonna say Avengers Assemble. They've been faking us out with it for 10 years. They're gonna let Captain America say it. He's gonna go, Avengers, assemble. And everyone in the audience will cheer. They'll go, oh, he said the thing. Wow. It's like a joke at this point. Like in the first Avengers movie, they didn't let him say it. The second Avengers movie ended with him going, Avengers, and then the credits started. And they didn't say it in Infinity War. It's going to be a big heroic moment, and he's going to go, Avengers Assemble, and everyone is going to love it. Number 14. Kate Bishop will be in the film. In the trailer, we see Hawkeye, like, showing someone how to shoot a bow and arrow. Possibly Kate Bishop, who is a character from the comic books who becomes Hawkeye. I've not read it, but I've heard that, like, it's a really good series. So I think it'd be cool if they introduce her. And, like, I think the whole idea with the end of, like, Phase 3 is that, like, all the original characters are kind of stepping down and they're, like, passing on the torch to the next load of them. That's why we're, like, setting up Black Panther. We've got new Doctor Strange movies coming out. There's going to be a million Spider-Man films. So I think that's something that's likely to happen. Number 15. There is going to be some kind of reference to the X-Men. Disney buying Fox only went through quite recently, but I think they've known about it for a while. And they would have still had time with the editing, I feel. It's definitely possible that they are going to hint that the X-Men exist in the MCU. These movies are never going to end. They're just going to keep adding more characters until every movie is a Marvel movie. Are people happy that Disney bought Fox? I'm just like exhausted. While I like the Marvel movies, I do want other movies to exist. Like, I don't want it to be every film. Number 16. They're gonna address the fact that Bruce couldn't Hulk out in the last movie. Like, you could kind of infer what was going on, but they never explicitly said that it was because, like, Hulk lost to Thanos, he doesn't want to fight anymore. They're gonna do something about that, and at a big, important moment, when he needs to Hulk out, he's gonna be able to. He'll be like, Hulk, we need to do this. We're a team, and we need to go and punch someone. And Hulk's gonna be like, oh, okay. And that's the scene. Number 17. Thanos doesn't die. I just feel like story-wise, it's not going to be extremely satisfying. If Thor turns up with his big axe and chops Thanos' head off, it's not going to be like a nice ending, is it? They're going to undo Thanos' plan somehow, or just defeat him so thoroughly that he just sits on his little stupid farm forever. And he goes, gosh, I really did some bad stuff, didn't I? Oh man, those Avengers though, they really showed me the error of my ways. And that'll be it. They're not going to kill Thanos, I don't think. Number 18, the kid from Captain Marvel is going to be in the film. She's going to be at least 30, so it would make sense for her to turn up, I think. And in the comic books, she is someone, I think, who takes on the role of Captain Marvel. So if they kind of keep her in the narrative and be like, hey, here's that kid, and now she's grown up, and she wants to save the world, like, that would be nice. Number 19, someone is a Skrull. Since they kind of revealed that the Skrulls are good guys in Captain Marvel, it seems unlikely that this is going to happen, but it could happen. It just might be really dumb to do it in this movie, because in the middle of everything, you just have someone go, hang on, Don Cheadle isn't actually Don Cheadle. And the audience goes, what are you on about? Number 20, Michael Pena is in the movie, and he does that thing that he does in all the Ant-Man movies, where he explains a plan, and we quickly cut between people, and it's words coming out of their mouth. I think we're going to do that. I think it'd be really out of place if they did that in this movie. But I needed 25 predictions. I think they could also do it where maybe Ant-Man is explaining a plan, and he kind of takes on the role of Michael Pena's character, and maybe for a joke someone cuts him off and they're like, your plan sucks. Number 21, Tony and Nebula get home, no problem. At the end of Infinity War, Tony and Nebula were stuck on Titan, Thanos' home planet. In the trailer, we see that they are in a spaceship, but it seems like they're kind of stuck in space. I think that they're just gonna get home in like the first half hour of the film. Like, they'll just get back to Earth, which is kind of a shame, because that bit of the trailer looked really interesting to me. Like, just the idea that Tony Stark is this superhero who always like shoots his rockets and quips his way out of horrible situations, and now he's stuck in space with the weird robot lady. I think that would be a really fun bit of the movie. Like, I think that looked really good. So if it's like just them in space having to fix the ship and make their way back to Earth, I'm excited to see that. But I think it's going to be over really quickly, because they've got to get back to punching people. Number 22, Don Cheadle and Brie Larson know each other. They were both in the US Air Force, I am fairly sure. So it would make sense that they had met in the past, especially with like Brie Larson doing this testing on these fancy planes, and Don Cheadle's quite high up in the Air Force. It makes sense that they were met. I keep calling them by the actors' names. I'm talking about War Machine and Captain Marvel. Rhodey and Carol. I'm an idiot. Number 23. Wong doesn't do anything, because who cares? Wong is a character who only works because he's friends with Doctor Strange. Like, he's fine in the Doctor Strange movie. In Infinity War, he was there with Doctor Strange, and then after they had a big fight, Wong was like, I need to go. And then he didn't turn up for the rest of the film. He's going to be in the film this time because they put him on a poster. He's going to turn up for like 5 minutes, and then he'll be like, oh, I left the oven on. Sorry, guys. Can't help. Bye. He's not going to do anything. Who cares? Number 24. There is not going to be any Bruce Banner and Black Widow romance anymore. It was really forced and weird in Age of Ultron. We've now had 2 years of Hulk being in space. He came back and they kind of didn't really do anything with it in Infinity War. I think we're just dropping it because it was forced and it was bad. So let's not do that again. 25. Just this once, everybody lives. Everyone who died is going to come back to life, including Gamora and Loki, who died before Thanos snapped his fingers. Guardians 3 would suck if Gamora wasn't in it. And Loki's getting his own TV series, and he's such a fun character that they've got to bring him back. Everyone's coming back. Vision's coming back. His death was so gnarly. He's coming back to life. They're all coming back to life. And then some people are going to die. But everyone who died in the last movie will be back. Tony Stark might die. Captain America might die. But don't worry about Groot. That's it. 25 predictions for Avengers Endgame. I'm fairly excited for the movie. I'm kind of hoping that it will make me like Infinity War a bit more in hindsight, now that we have the context of what it was setting up for. Because to me, Infinity War was fine, but I didn't like it that much. I've got a video on it. I'll link it up here. So hopefully Endgame is good. Hopefully I like it a bit more. And hopefully we get some satisfying conclusions to all the stuff they've been setting up for the last 10 years, and then hopefully they chill out a little bit. But I don't see that happening. We've got Marvel movies planned for the next 100 years. I mean, I guess I'll see you when that movie comes out. Maybe before then. Probably before then. But definitely then. Bye.